Personally yours. Does the slogan ring a bell in your mind? Well, to seasoned travelers and Indian Ave geeks like myself, it does remind them of an airline. An airline born in the deregulation era of 1990s, an airline that set high standards in customer comfort and service, but then fading into obscurity. This is the story of Air Sahara, or Sahara Airlines for that matter, in this feature of Airlines of the Past, where we look at some forgotten airlines in the history of Indian aviation. Enjoy the video. The story starts after the 1991 economic liberalization when the Indian aviation sector was open to private carriers for the very first time. Couple that with a rise in disposable incomes and a growing middle class, in the truest sense, it was a gold mine. Number of companies flooded in to start their own airlines, and one of them was Sahara India Parivar, the same Sahara India Parivar that once upon a time sponsored the jerseys of the Indian cricket team. They took to the aviation sector in 1991 and eventually took flight in 1993 with the launch of Sahara Airlines. They started out with the Boeing 737-200s with Delhi as their main hub. They mostly focused on serving North Indian cities as the group was mostly located in the northern parts of India. Eventually, they expanded to other metros like Mumbai and Kolkata and brought in new aircrafts like the Boeing 737-400, which added capacity to the fleet. Now, this is where Sahara Airlines truly stood out. It struck gold with its marketing campaign Emotionally Yours, which not only was clever, but it also helped the airline to strike a chord with its passengers. It also had Aishwarya Rai and Indian captain Saurav Ganguly on board as their brand ambassadors, which helped the airline to create an aspirational image for itself at the time when flying was still considered a luxury. And speaking of luxury, the airline left no corners unturned in that department, from extra legroom seats, gourmet meals, valet services for baggage, and phone check-in all the way back in the 1990s. It helped create a premium and an aspirational image for itself, which in turn helped to gain passenger numbers for the airline. Coming back to the aviation side of things, Sahara Airlines were growing and thriving more than ever despite an intensely competitive market. They entered the new millennium with a refreshed look, sporting a tricolor inspired livery and a name change to Air Sahara. The early 2000s were the time where carriers were growing more than ever, and the market saw the launch of low cost carriers, which offer far cheaper ticket prices. Despite all of these challenges, Air Sahara continued to grow as they added the CRJ 200 into their fleet with boosted regional connectivity, and in 2004 launched international operations between Chennai and Colombo. But they were not going to stop at Colombo, as they also launched flights simultaneously to Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Kathmandu, and Male. In 2006, they reached another big milestone by launching wide body flights as they leased a singular 767-300ER ex United and launched their first ever long haul destination to London. Yes, at one point, Air Sahara also flew to London and operated wide bodies. Air Sahara was an ambitious airline because they had also planned flights to Bangkok, Seoul, and Guangzhou. Guangzhou was an interesting one because they were the first airline to plan it. If the flights had materialized, they would have been the first Indian airline to fly to Guangzhou. But unfortunately, due to financial constraints, they never materialized. Fortunately for Air Sahara, the rapid international expansion and the arrival of new aircraft came at a cost. As competition was increasing, margins became thinner, and with these two factors being added into consideration, debt was piling up at the airline. In the aviation world, there is a famous saying: if you can't beat them, join them. In 2006, Jet Airways bid for them at a price of $600 million. But then the deal was called off, unfortunately. Then in 2007, Jet Airways rebid for them at a price of $350 million, and the deal finally went through. This deal brought an end to an airline that set high benchmarks in regards to passenger comfort and service. And as the tagline rightly suggested, a true emotion for the many Indians that have flown on them countless number of times. If you enjoyed our video, do not forget to like and share this video with your friends. If you are enjoying our content so far, make sure to subscribe to this channel to follow for more such videos about Indian aviation. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.